Hello everyone and welcome to Wario Land Shake, a game released in 2008 for the Wii, and today we're going to be beating it as Wario. That is, we're going to be beating it with as much money as possible, and that includes every single coin that we can find. So without further ado, let's go. Now, first thing that we're going to need to discuss is the rules for this challenge. And it's pretty obvious, but we're going to be collecting every single coin. This means every coin from enemies, every single coin from money bags, and every single coin that's just lying around. Every single one must be in our back pocket when we leave a level. Also, I'm not going to be including the underwater levels in this challenge. This is for one important reason, because it fundamentally changes the game. Instead of having a platformer, it turns into a shoot 'em up, with enemies actually having coins, unlike every single other enemy in the entire game. In fact, it removes a lot from the normal game. You can't move, you can't run, you can't dash, you can't shake. Everything is removed in the underwater levels. You're not even playing as Wario, you're just playing as a submarine. And I feel like that doesn't feel like this game. And it feels like you're playing a mini game, like playing the mini games from Super Mario 64 DS. Why do you think you never see those in a challenge run? It's because it fundamentally changes the game, and it kind of isn't the game anymore. So that's why I'm not going to be including the underwater levels in this run. But without further ado, we are almost about to enter the first world, after a few more minutes of cutscenes. Yeah, this game actually has a story. It's a Wario game, but if you don't know, Wario Land actually originated as Mario Land Free, where you actually originally played as Mario, and in the third installment you started playing as Wario. Now, I wanted to play this game for a couple of reasons. The first reason being that I grew up with this game, and I've had a lot of time with it, and I really wanted to show it off, because it's pretty underrated. And second, this game has in-game challenges. Yeah, this game actually includes things like collect a certain amount of coins, beat the level in a certain amount of time, beat it without defeating an enemy, beat it while jumping on a certain amount of enemies' heads. There's so much variety in these challenges that, it kind of shows where some of my challenges might have originated from. But I feel like this game really did bring this genre to life a little bit. So I wanted to show it off. But thankfully, now that the intro is out of the way, we're finally able to start the game. And we're going to be taking on the first two levels in this episode, where we're going to be taking a look at the sweet stuff, as well as the stone carving city. Now, you might be wondering, why didn't I just go ahead and do this game coinless? Well, there's a lot of things that prevent you from doing this. Even in the second level, it's impossible to beat coinless. In fact, you're not even able to beat the first level coinless. This is because even if you do beat it coinless, in order to unlock the next world, or any world for that matter, you actually have to buy a map with coins. And if you can't unlock the world, you can't beat the world. If you can't beat the world, you can't beat the game. So you are required to have enough money. And if you don't collect coins, you don't have enough money. So that stops you at the very first level. But without further ado, we're finally going to be able to start the first level. Now, for the first level and maybe a few other levels, I'm going to be showing the full level because I might sometimes not do that. Now, if a level I keep on having to reach start a section, or I have a lot of fails going to one space, or if I have a backtracking part where I forgot something a little bit earlier in the level, or even if I backtrack to try to check if I lost anything, I'm probably not going to show it. I'm only going to be showing parts where I'm collecting coins, like right here, for example. So that way it's not boring for you guys. But for the most part, I might be showing a full level like I am here, or I might just be cutting it to the important parts. Now, you might have noticed that I just collected some coin bags. Now, those had 500 coins in them each, but for each world you increase the value of those coin bags increased by 250 coins. So the ones in World 1, not just this, after this tutorial mission, will all be worth 750 coins. And World 2 coin bags will be worth 1,000. And so on. Now, this game is actually pretty short. There's only 5 worlds in it, but it might still take about 6 episodes. Now right here we get our introduction to the golden enemy. These are the only enemies with coins in them. So we're able to shake them and get lots of money out of them. We are required to shake them. If we dash into an enemy, a golden enemy, or a coin bag, we'll only get a fraction of the coins that we would normally get. And since we're going for maximum coins, that's not allowed. And as you can see, the golden enemy doesn't respawn, just like coin bags. Now that's a little bit different from most enemies because most enemies will respawn. And we're almost done with the tutorial mission. We have to go down into this boost cannon, collect some more coins, and then we're able to almost get to the last section. Now, this game also has one other interesting fact. After you get to the end of the level, that's not the end of the level. Instead, it's just a checkpoint. Now, a checkpoint leads to a little canister where we save one of the little guys at the beginning called a Murphle. And then we have to run all the way back to the beginning of a level in order to finish. Now, as you saw, I just shook an enemy and it gives you garlic. Only the golden enemies give you money, so I thought that was important to show. And finally, we're able to move over to the captured Murphle. Now, in these little sped up sections, a couple of things happen. One, all red blocks become invisible, all blue blocks become, well, visible. These will block your path from going back into a previous part of a level. That could be a problem in the future. Now, we collect all the coins here, and we're able to exit the little level. And as you can see, we're back at the beginning. And with that, the first level is completed. And now we're able to move on to level 2. Or I guess 1-1 technically, because this is level 0. And here you can see the little gimmick of this game. That being, you actually have to buy a map. I exit the level before immediately re-entering the globe. I go ahead and go to the sweet stuff, and then I go ahead and buy a map. And you can see it's 1,000 coins to actually buy, which of course we have, but it only gets more expensive from here. And as you can see, it unlocks the next world. Now, we're not going to be covering all of World 1 today because the intro took a lot of time. So, we're going to be covering the rest of World 1 in the next episode, but we're going to be covering Stone Carving City today. Here we go into this city, which is based off of an ancient civilization temple. I go ahead, enter it, and we're officially in Area 1. Where, if you saw the missions really on the top, you could see that there was a coin mission, a timer mission, which is get back into the beginning after you unlock the Merfolk, and a Bandonero mission where you have to bounce on enough of the enemy's heads in a row. Also, something that I should mention is in this challenge I'm not going to be getting all the treasure. I'm going to be getting as much as I can, but it's not going to be required. So, if I do miss some treasure, that's okay, but we'll just be trying to get as much as we can. Now, right here you can see a technique where I actually go ahead and go into a corner to shake the coin bags. Now, this is honestly necessary for quite a few money bags, especially in the future, because otherwise the coins will just go everywhere, and you won't be able to collect them all. And obviously missing a coin isn't that good, especially in this challenge. So it's better safe than sorry with these money bags. Now we go ahead and get a couple more money bags. As you can see, my coin counter is going up in increments of 750 now instead of 500. And we're able to move on now. I've gotten all the treasure in this area, so we just gotta jump over this little shakeable object, and then we're able to proceed. Now, this little tower isn't that bad. There's not that many coins in it. You just gotta be careful not to lose any. We jump up another 750 before going over here and getting our first big coin bag. Now, as you can probably assume, this coin bag has more money in it. But still, we have a nice rounded number. Now, this rounded number might not stay for each level. Now, while it'll mostly be at the beginning of every level, there's no way I'm going to be able to keep it at this nice 250, 500, 750, 1,000 number. And it might be harder for me to keep track of making sure I have all my coins. And who knows, I might have missed a coin in a level somewhere. If you guys know if I've missed a coin or not, please let me know down below, because I know you guys like to correct me on stuff. So, if you see any coin that I miss, just let me know down below in the comments. Anyway, we're able to go ahead and grab another treasure, and we're able to get some full body goggles, and then we're almost at the end actually. We just have one more section to go. This takes us to another boost cannon a little bit later on, but we're going to go ahead and get some more money first. We shake down another block, we grab a coin bag. Now, there's no ceiling here, but as you can see, we're able to get all the money from it. It's pretty risky though to do that, although there's no real good ceiling and wall combination anywhere near. Thankfully, we didn't miss any coins on that attempt. So we're able to go on and get some more money from this mega coin bag. We collect the money before going ahead and climbing up a ladder to get one last piece of treasure before moving on and getting a few more coin bags, and then we get our first diamond. Now, diamonds are really expensive because, of course they are. They're actually worth, I'm pretty sure, 10,000 coins. Which, yeah, that's expensive. So we're able to go ahead and collect it, as well as 4 small coins, giving us another 10 extra coins for each small coin. Now, as you can see, our number isn't rounded anymore. It's a 540 now, instead of a 550. This makes keeping track of a number a little bit more difficult, but thankfully it doesn't matter because we're already at the speed section. Here we're going to use the dash cannon, and this dash cannon is actually required for some of the jumps, such as this one, and especially for breaking through some of the crates. Now, silver crates can only be broken through with the dash cannon, so it could be necessary for some missions. But that's going to be all for this episode. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.